Did you ever have a woman do the slow fade? The slow fade is when she's too polite to tell you that she's not interested, so she makes herself less and less available, hoping you'll get the hint. Most of the time, we know what's happening. Something in our gut tells us that something changed, even if it's just her not answering a text as quickly as she used to, or maybe there's a coldness in the tone of her voice. We know something changed. What changed? I'll tell you exactly what happened by the end of this short video. But first, over the past few days, I've been pouring through a bunch of emails from my coaching clients talking about what questions they want answered and what they want me to focus on. Here's a brief overview of some of the questions that consistently came up. So, why don't girls have more fun when they're around me, right? How to be more charismatic, especially when we feel we have a boring personality. How to move past the first few dates in a relationship without losing her interest. How to build up a social scene instead of just going to bars and clubs or using online sites. Why can't I stop myself from being a nice guy and going into nice guy mode even though I know it's wrong? How to act more assertive and masculine instead of letting the girl take the lead. How to always be socially on. Why do I secretly feel like I'm not good enough for really attractive girls? How to create a positive impression fast so a girl doesn't, reject me so quickly. Now, what to do in these situations and what do they all have in common? What do all these have in common? Here's a hint. It's the same reason a girl will give you the slow fade. In fact, it's probably the real reason she disappeared, lost interest, or chose another guy instead of you. And write this down. It all has to do with value. More specifically, lack of perceived social value. She thinks she's better than you. She thinks she has more value than you. A girl will give you the slow fade when she comes to the conclusion that your social value isn't as high as she initially thought it was. And she realizes that she has more value than you. So why does she think this? Why does she come to the conclusion that she has more value than you? Why do girls think they're better than you? Wait for it. Think about it. Because you think they are, right? See, value comes in two forms, and I want you to also write this down. How much value other people place on you, that's part one. Part two, though, and is probably more important, is how much value you place on yourself. And when you can increase your social value, all those problems above, everything on this list disappears. If you can't increase your value, any technique you learn will just be putting a Band-Aid over the real wound. And Band-Aids, they eventually slip off. So, I recorded another little video. It's actually on my website. You can click on the link or the description below, and it's going to take you to my website where I share the core differences, the core attitudes, the core behaviors, the core traits that make up a socially powerful, high-value person versus the low-value guy within a social scene. These are changes that you can implement today, no matter where you are. Now, this isn't a video promising you magic pickup lines or anything like that, right? I'm not promising you that tomorrow you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be as cool and attractive as George Clooney. But what I am telling you is that it can happen faster and easier than you think if you know the steps. If you understand what makes a man valuable, right? Charismatic, what makes a man status. So I recorded another video. It's about 8 minutes long. There's no fancy graphics, no professional editing, but it's real. And I'm gonna give you the number one most important thing you can do today to increase the amount of social value other people, especially women you meet, place on you. So click the link, go there. It's completely free to watch the video. It's just around 8 minutes long. Also, make sure you have a pen handy because you're going to want to take notes, and I'm gonna be talking really fast because I cram a lot into the 8 minutes. My goal in the next video is really to walk you through the process of moving from the low value guy, right? Low value guy to the guy with status, value, and charisma. Because if you're not dating the quality girls that you want within your scene, if you're losing interest of girls as they get to know you, it's because, as I said, chances are as they get to know you, your value in their eyes is diminishing. So let's pinpoint to start off with exactly maybe where you're slipping up. And a lot of guys are blind to this. I was blind to it, right? It's like a blind spot. We don't see it. We don't know. We don't realize where we're messing up. So click the link, go there. It's completely free to watch the video. It's just around 8 minutes long. And you're going to identify a handful of low value, I call them nice guy mistakes you might be making. And I'm gonna show you how to quickly and easily get rid of them so that you can raise and follow and become higher status, higher value, and more charismatic. So watch the video now, click the link in the description, click the link on the video, just click the link, and I'll see you in the next video.